The ones who took down my statements are the one who mentioned this issue of a .38 revolver.
And you mentioned that you are not an expert on firearms. Would you know a difference between a 9mm and a revolver?
Uye wakhuluma ukuthi wena ke awusumuntu onolwazi noma expert ngendaba yezibhamu, ungawazi umehluko phakathi kwayo le sibhamu kuthiwa revolver nale i-9mm pistol?
To respect, the state is fishing or pushing the witness. The state, the last question, according to my knowledge, is a new question to the witness. The witness already answered this question with regard to the firearms. He mentioned that the firearm had a wheel. Now the state want to make the witness an expert. The state, Your Lordship, is ready by time. Let's go.
My Lord, nothing turns on that. It's already on record. We will not press this matter any further. Now, you testified that the attackers demanded cell phones and money. The question is, in which language did they communicate this demand?
Ukhuluma ukuthi ke labantu abanhlasela bafuna amafoni nemali. So ngesikhathi bakhuluma nani ngiliphi ilimi bebalisebenzisa?
Abasebenzisa isiZulu.
Zulu language.
Right. Now, Advocate Msholola put it to you that cans were already removed when the police arrived, since only 2 cans are depicted on the photos as we saw per Exhibit B. Now, the question is this: as you were drinking, what happened to the cans, to the empty cans?
Ngesikhathi niphuza ke lamakani besiniwaphuzile lawa empty kwenzekeni ngawo ngokuthi ke uadvocate uMsholola ukhuluma ukuthi ke amanye amakani wayeseyisusiwe ngesikhathi amaphoyisa sekafika lapho ngokuthi kule ithombe nawo njengoba uzibonele enkantolo kuvela amakani amabili. So kwenzekeni ngalamakani amanye la beseniwaphuzila empty.
Le eyamakana angifuni ukuqamba angiyazi indaba yayo ngoba njengoba sasiphuza ngithi utshwala babekwe efridge. So babileke blande efridge. So mase kwenzeke lento angazi the rest amamakani ayako because bese ngingekho mina besambisa usenze isibhedlela. So angazi kwasala kwenzakalani.
About the issue of the cans, really I don't want to lie about it as to what had happened about the cans, because as we were drinking this alcohol, some of it was kept inside the fridge. So as to what happened with the cans after consuming them, after we have went to the hospital, I cannot tell, because we took Senzo to the hospital.
We're referring to the time when you were drinking, where the cans left, for instance, to pile up, to lie there, or what was the position?
Sikhuluma ngesikhathi niphuza ngisho nijabulisa ukuthi lamakani benwabeka lapho nje ukuthi amana ahlale lapho noma bokwenzakani ngawo.
Angisakhumbuli ukuthi awubani bebapropa or ubani, angisakhumbuli kahle.
I don't remember who was collecting them water. Don't remember.
But are you able to say whether they were left there or whether, as you put it now, you don't remember as to who collected them?
Usho ukuthi ke asala lapho ndoba usho kanje ukuthi awukhumbula ukuthi ubani waye waqoqa.
Elesha makhela angifunqa nganganakile yonke leyo nto. Nganganakile imqondo wami ongekho nje makhini kakhulu.
I don't want to lie, my lord, about this issue of cans. I mean, my mind did not focus on the cans too much.
Advocate Msholola further questioned you as to why you did not hear the sound when the attackers came into the house. What was the position regarding the TV at that stage?
Umelo umshosholo uye wabuza ukuthi kungani ungawuzwanga umsindo ke ngesikhathi ke lo mhlaseli angene endlini isimo sevolume TV esinjani ngesikhathi leso ungaphenduli.
Objection. There is no evidence that was led by this witness regarding the television.
I wouldn't agree with you. Maybe in the sense that he's asking, but he did even say that the reason why they could see, amongst others, was that the TV was on. Remember?
That's the court.
Yes. This is precisely the point. Can you remember what the position was when the attackers came in regarding the TV?
Ungakhumbula ukuthi i-TV le besesimeni sinjani ngesikhathi labahlaseli bangena ngaphakathi lapha endlini?
Stand is a TV mongene emnyango nasa ubheke sona kanje then ngala emaceleni kube amasofa amade ngala emasayidini so mongena nje ungena sibheke kanje ya ngala emaceleni kuba amasofa mongene emnyango wasedayini
mara umbuzo akawuzwisisi inkosi yami manguphinde futhi la ke njengoba advocate Mishola athi kuwe ke kungani ungezwanga lo muntu onihlasele ngesikhathi angena uyangizwisisa umshushisi manje ke uthi chaza ngesimo somsindo we-TV ukuthi i-TV yona beyinjani kulesi simo leso ngesikhathi ngena lo mhlaseli uyangizwisisa bafika hayi ukuthi awusofa babahleli kuphi sikhuluma ngo-TV
hayi TV beyindlala cause beyivolume kahle nje ivolume cause besibukela ibhola.
The television set was playing on a normal volume because we were watching soccer.
I have a great respect to the officials of the court. With due respect to the interpreter. The question from Advocate Baloyi was very fair and straightforward in order for it not to be a leading question. Then what transpired, I have a benefit of the language. What transpired, the witness answered the question. Instead of the interpreter giving the answer to the court, then the interpreter said to the witness, did you hear the question? In Zulu, then put the issue of volume, which the state didn't want to put it because it would be leading. Hence, now, the witness is able to answer. Hence, I'm saying, with due respect to the official of the court, if the witness answers, may the same answer translated to the court. Then if the state wants to follow it up, then the interpreter will interpret to the witness, not to say the interpreter must lead the witness to an answer. That's not a proper function of the justice system, as the court places.
The interpreter, now the focus is on you. Did you put that question?
No, my lord, I was trying to clarify the question so that it could be answered properly, not to say I was leading the witness into giving a certain type of an answer to this particular question.
Yeah, maybe the request is that you give it raw as it is.
As the court pleases,
and clarify. If clarity is needed, it will emerge that it's needed.
As the court pleases, my lord. If
I know
defense was to play
interpretation is a very difficult task.
It will be like that, my lord. As the court pleases.
Let's proceed.
As the court pleases. If I can just ask that photo 64 of exhibit B be shown on the screen.
As per the photo 64, exhibit number please, yeah?
There's a couch there, and there's also what appears to be a heater. See that?
Yeah, we're going to the couch now.
Yes, neighbor.
Yes, I can see.
You testify that on your return from hospital, you found one of your crutches there in the sitting room. Now, the question is this: where were your crutches before the attackers came into the house?
Abeseceleni beseduze kwe-heater le anginobona ngiwancise kulo la eduze kwe-heater.
They were next to the heater because there is a wall, so I put them against the wall.
Next to the
won.
And you were also questioned at length as to where the first robber stood when you saw him. Are you able to indicate there on the photo where the robber was?
Ungakwazi
The
ukubonisa
first
lapha
robber.
esithombeni ukuthi ke lo mhlaso lokuqala bekame kuphi ngesikhathi umbona.
Asikho singisithomba bangasiveza cause bekame phambi komnyango lo nginela khona idining nje la manje akuvelile ngathi.
Is no other photo which can be shown because he stood in front of the door that comes into the dining room. So on this photo is not depicted.
And where is it in relation to the heater?
Then mawuqhathanisa sehita kokuphi ke?
Angithi nje ukuthi ngala kunesikhala lesomnyango ukhumnyango kunesikhala lapho somnyango ongenela phakathi edining.
If you look where the heater is, next to the heater there is the space of a door that leads into the dining room.
Now, Mr. Tobani, credit to you that you identify the second accused because you saw him on or in the media. Have you ever seen the second accused in the media as suggested by Mr. Tobani?
Umnumzana Thobani uthi lo wesibili uyo wamkhoma ukuthi uyo wambona ku media. Uke wambona emedia njengoba kusho yena uMelo Thobani.
Ngaze ngimbone kumedia ngachaza futhi lokho.
I've never seen him in the media. I've already explained about that.
Ambone endlini yena usezosho.
I saw him inside the house.
And perhaps we almost wrapping up. Mr. Tobani referred you to Exhibit J. That's the facial image of the facial identification expert. Is the facial image analysis report. You were referred to page 4 thereof, where it stated that you could not compile the identikit of the second suspect. Now, the question is this. Your statements have been handed in. In your statements, were you able to give a description of the suspect?
Manje na umbuzo kama statement wakho sekafakwe la enkantoreni kuwo lama statement owabhalileko wena noma owabhalisileko ukwazile ukuthi unikeze yona is description yobuso bakhe lo muntu lo.
Which one lo muthi?
Which one? The tall one?
Yes, the second suspect.
Lo msolo wesibili.
Ngikwazile ukumkhomba ngoba ngisasho ukuthi noma kuthiwa ngihlala naye nomnguphi no premium ngana ngisangamkhomba futhi ngikwazile ukumkhomba khona le nkantolo.
I managed to point him out in court. I've already said that even after how many years has passed, I can still be able to point him out.
You are missing the point. This incident happened. You say that you saw 2 intruders. Then you made a statement before there was any court appearance, before anybody, I suppose, got arrested. The question is, at the time when you made the statement, before anybody was arrested, did you give a description? You will correct me if that's not your question.
Yes, indeed, my lord.
Did you give a description of any suspect? And specifically, did you give a description of accused number 2 before anybody was arrested?
Uzulu umuzo nkosi yami. Kuthi ke kuthatha statement ngaphambi kwa umuntu angaboshwa ke kule statement lezi kukhona uye wanikeza khona description yomunye umuntu na ngaphambi ukuthi kuboshwe umuntu.
Yes, lo wayenza ama threat efaka isiqholo. White coat jacket on the caramel.
Yes, the one with dreads and the one who was wearing this hat and also wearing this caramel jacket.
No, we talk specifically about accused, the second suspect.
Objection. Like really, Your Lordship, the witness already answered the question. The state is leading the witness now. The witness is honest with the court, very honest on this answer. The state want to divert the witness.
The statements are there. It's a matter for argument. We will not press it, any further than that. So I see my colleagues.
And the correct answer has been given, my lord, to say the description that was given by this witness in the statement before him, it was a description in respect of the first person who was wearing a jacket.
Yes, and that is the point, my lord. We're just asking whether did he give a description of the second suspect that's in his statement. That is the whole point.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Madlala.
Your Lordship, as we objected, with due respect, the witness answered the question. The state want to lead the witness to another direction, whereas the witness answered the question. He answered the question according to what he says he described the third person, Your Lordship.
Isn't the question now, did you describe the second suspect? Is that not the question?
Your Lordship, sorry for that. Maybe the court, that question is directed to me. I'm not sure if it's to counsel. The question from the court, is it directed to me or to the state?
I'm saying, wasn't the question by Mr. Baloyi?
Yes.
Whether the witness described the second suspect?
The question from the state was about the second suspect, but now the answer from the witness is direct and complete to say, whom did he manage to describe?
Yeah, but the question now is, did you describe the second suspect?
That's a leading question.
In what way?
Did you describe the second suspect? Whom? The state's supposed to ask why, where, whom. Whom did you describe? If he asks that question, I believe, strongly so, the answer will be the same the witness just gave.
There you are, Mr. Baloyi.
As I say, the statements have been handed up. We leave that for argument. There's no point in pursuing that.
Right.
In cross-examination by Mr. Tubani, you mentioned that the suspect had a jacket and that jacket had a hood.
Ngesikhathi umnomzana uthumela kubuza umbuzo ukhulume ukuthi lo mhlaseli bakagqoke ibhanji lebhaji lelinehudi. Which one do you mean, the first
We're
one?
talking about the second suspect.
Sikhuluma ngalo wesibili.
Lo wesibili uyabe mude afaka ijacket ngathi ngewuto lo ngasayikhumbula ukhala wayo kahle because manje ngiyabuza ngisakhumbula ukhala kodwa befaka ijacket eyihood lo hood.
The second one who was told is the one who was wearing a jacket, even though I don't recall the color of the jacket. That jacket had a hood.
Yes, that is the point. Do you remember as to whether the hood was on or not?
Uyakhumbula ukuthi ngabe le hood
Did he put it on or not?
le hood yale bhanji bekayigqoka noma akayigqoka?
I think singaphakathi endlini bengasayigqokile because bengasayigqokile singaphakathi endlini.
When he was inside the house, I mean, he was no longer wearing the hood.
I think ayingafaki isigqoko.
I think the head was not on the head of the intruder.
Angithi ijacket ifaka lesigqoko futhi sasesibuyele ngemuva mina mase ngisuka edaningiza la esexhakaza nami sasesibuyele ngemuva kanje.
As the witness demonstrates, my lord, that this jacket with the hood will be put over the head. So when the intruder was inside the house, the hood was not over the head, meaning that it has been taken back.
Thank you.
I think we'll have to attend for tea.
Well, there are only two questions that I have. We can maybe wrap this up and maybe adjourn.
Yeah, we will in any case have to confer after adjourning. I think let's go for tea.
That's a
We
good
come and
decision.
wrap up, and then we have to confirm.